I am so excited to call up my friend Tomer from WEVO. We've done a lot on customer engagement via digital, content, new channels. One thing we haven't gotten to is what do we do with the customer when they arrive on the page? So we spend so much time and energy getting customers to our websites, getting them to our e-commerce sites, and not as much has been put against, or thought's been put against conversion. And I think it's a big problem that's out there, and more time and energy is going to go into conversion going forward. Tomer from WEVO their team has built an amazing tool that leverages the crowd, leverages AI to help folks who are building sites understand pre-live what the customer can do and how they can optimize their sites to make sure that you're getting more conversion on the site. It's been a great session. Excited to have Tomer cap it off. Tomer, come on up.
Thanks, Scott. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. So I hope my voice lasts for the entire session. 2 weeks ago, I was on vacation in hot and humid Florida, last week in freezing Boston at home, and now it seems like the driest place on earth, so my throat's done. All right, so WEVO is creating a new category within the marketing technology tools. As you can see, we optimize digital experiences before going live, and if there's one thing I'd like you to take away from this short talk here is that there is a real need today to shift a lot of the focus and the effort that marketers are putting into their digital assets to before they go live. You may be familiar with the hippo effect, the highest paid person in the room often making the final call or the decision. Certainly not true in my household, but it's been true in many places where I worked. And you know, it's a big problem today where we see decisions being made in the boardroom rather than listening to the customers. Over to the agency, what this guy over here said on the right is it makes her unique. It colors her kiss. Again, does he know what women want? Does he understand lipsticks? Does he understand the cosmetics business? Well, he probably made use of some marketing tools that have been around for a very long time. You're probably all familiar with focus groups, like this room you see here where there is a two-way mirror. You bring 5, 10 people in, give them a free lunch, ask them questions about an upcoming campaign or product, and get feedback from them. Surveys are another tool that's been used for a very long time, right? I'm sure everyone here has taken part in a survey of some sort. So these tools have been around for a long time. They cost a lot of money, they take a long time, and today in the world of digital, marketers are often skipping these very necessary steps and just launching because they don't want to spend the money, they don't want to wait for the focus group to come in and get all the feedback, and they just want to launch. Another takeaway and question that I have is really the bottom line. Will this campaign be successful? Do they know whether this campaign will be successful? So let's look forward. Let's go from the 1960s down over to today, 2020. Here's some data. So last year, according to WordStream, over $130 billion were spent on media buy across the various digital marketing services. Only 2% or so of ads were actually clicked through, and just over 2% of landing pages actually had people convert on them. So if you multiply about 2% by 2%, you're left with a very small number. So will this campaign be successful? Well, likely not, right? It's known that most marketers are unhappy with their conversion rates. Most campaigns actually fail and get taken down or get changed very, very quickly today. So I believe the challenge and what really needs to be addressed is to understand the audience very well and uncover why people aren't converting, uncover what's motivating people to take action. And the real key and the real nice thing that I think many people, the real opportunity that many marketers have today and are not taking advantage of is to do it before going live. And that's where WEVO comes in. That's our approach to optimize various types of digital experiences before going live. So a little bit about our approach. First thing that we think is critical is to put together a lookalike audience panel and engage with your customers, right? So in the case of this cosmetics brand, evaluating a lipstick product, it's actually people who use lipstick. It's not the guys we saw in the boardroom over there that probably don't know too much about lipsticks. Secondly, one of the things that I hear over and over again with marketers that I meet with is that there is too much data out there. We have all these great tools to collect all this data from various channels, but it's very difficult to make sense of all this information. So we believe that a big part of the investment in technology and AI is in synthesizing that data and taking all the insights that you collect and turning them into predictions of what will work, what will improve our marketing offers, and how we can improve our overall assets. Thirdly, it's of course important to know in an absolute way whether our offer is good or not, but it's also critical to compare with competitors. So being able to compare how my website does versus my competitor, how my ad campaign performs versus a competitor is something that is critical. And then lastly, taking all this information and turning it into a list of actionable insights. So taking data that I've collected, taking all the insights and turning them into tasks and a list of things that I need to do in order to improve. So I'll ask you the question, is today's marketer, the lady we see here on the bottom right, is she actually much more informed than the Mad Men agency were 60 years ago? Well, she definitely has many more tools and much more data, but I would argue that in many ways, they were actually doing much more due diligence and were much more informed before launching a new product or a new campaign. So my mission and my company's mission, WEVO, is to give marketers a tool that really helps understand the effectiveness of digital experiences before going live and really focusing on uncovering what causes people to take action and what's motivating people to convert. We're still a startup, but we've had some meaningful success with some large brands, and these companies that you see here that I'm sure you're all familiar with, by changing their approach and investing more in pre-live testing, they've actually had a tremendous ROI and have generated over $100 million in incremental revenue with just tens of thousands of dollars of investment. So really, really big results just by shifting the focus and spending a little bit more time and effort on understanding the customers before going live. So the thought I'll leave you with today is where are we in this digital marketing spectrum that we're going through? Digital's been around for 20, 25 years, the internet. I would argue that we're nowhere near that final butterfly stage. We're probably somewhere in the cocoon area where we still have a long way to go. And if 10 or 15 years from now, we'll look back at 2020 and we'll see how little pre-live optimization is actually happening, we'll look at this time as really the dark ages and the very beginning of digital marketing. Thank you very much.